Great morning, Chai Together community. I'm seeing how I can record this without looking like a potato in a turtleneck. And this just may be what it is. But I wanted to share something, excuse me, with you all. And I'm going to give this a trigger warning. And so before you proceed to listen, just know that it may be something that's sensitive for you, or it may be something that you can hear about. So the caution's up to you whether you want to proceed listening to my voice or not. I learned yesterday, so I have an aunt who passed away by fire, and she burned alive, and she passed away in India when she lived at her in-laws' house. And this topic is really summing up everything for me, because those of you who do know that I'm child-free, I don't wish to bring children into this world. And the cause of her death related to kids, related to the expectations of an Indian woman in an Indian household of, doing the chores, fending for the kids, and expected to work and bring in income too, but without any help though. Like without any help regarding taking care of the kids and having a village support you necessarily and all of those things. Now, my decision didn't come from knowing this until I learned about the details of the story last night through my mom. But my decision makes sense now, and it kind of ignites more fire and gives it more power now that I know that a case like this is so close to home. A scenario like this is so close to home. I don't necessarily like calling it case, even when I work with clients and we have cases, right? And it's just like a person's not a case, but for insurance purposes and just the system and how things are set up, it's a case. So going back to my aunt, I've come to learn that she didn't have the support she needed in the home. She was quite young, and this is my youngest aunt who passed away. There were 4 sisters together, 3 now. And what a shame, and what misfortune, and also regarding anger. So I've come to learn that she was drenched in gasoline, her gown that she was wearing in home. A neighbor saw she was drenched in gasoline, but the gasoline they thought was water that she just got done washing, bathing my cousin. And they didn't think anything of it. They found 4 matches, like 4 attempts to light fire. And her mother-in-law was there as well and left out the back door, is what I learned. So what happened there? Did she... we can come up with theories what happened. I'm thinking that there was an argument back and forth, that I'm really going to do it. I'm going to set myself on fire now. Maybe one of those scenarios. And then the 4th one lit after the 3 tries. It's such an interesting thing how something so heavy, so dire can be made into something that would be like a movie scene, or can be made into something so simplistic as in either, yes, someone took their life through fire, and the fact that someone else was there to watch, whether they accompanied them in that or they're the ones who lit it, but just the fact that anger, the argument, the drenching self, or maybe it was poured onto her with the gasoline, becoming so angry that you risk your own life because you're tired of being a woman in this world, because you're tired of what it entails to caregive and kill your own body and mind to fend for other people. And I refuse to be that person in this world. And anybody who knows me knows that that's not who I am. And I'm here to be a voice for women, all people. But this just lights more fire in my spirit of why I probably am how I am. My ancestors, right? People talk a lot about ancestry, but truly the fact that I am the voice for my aunt, who never got to be and fulfill her life and never got to go on. And I am the voice living for her, I feel like. And I'm not one of those people, that really says things like that. But it's the fact that it gives me more oomph and more to go on with, knowing that the sense of responsibility I've come to find out about my family. And it's like, I'm the opposite, of how she was as a woman regarding being in that traditional marriage, having kids. And she had a newborn at that time, like 1 or 2 months old, one of her children. So postpartum, and many, many things, I'm sure. And it's like she didn't have the support she needed. And then she died. And the fact that my grandma didn't let her come back home, in India, they tell you, like, you're married, you live there, you die there. Just figure it out. It doesn't matter if your husband's abusing you. Just deal with it. If he hits you, put up with it. Unbelievable. And it's like she did end up dying. So it's like, how do you feel now? It's pretty wicked that women aren't valued or cherished, and how small, their lives are made and their lives are put into a box, especially in India, other countries too. It's just so wild to me, because if people knew better and people knew to care for women and how to protect a woman's heart, to nurture, to care, it will be a better world. And the fact that my aunt had a sorry existence, I would say, and she was a mathematician. She did her bachelor's in mathematics, which is freaking incredible. So it's all just coming together for me. And I've just come to really sit with it and embrace it and know that this is all a part of my history. So I really don't want to continue further talking right now, but it's something so beautiful and sad that I wanted to share. So I hope if you did listen to this that you took something away from it, because a lot of unjust things are happening, especially in India, when a doctor was just raped and found dead in the hospital, gang raped and found dead in the hospital. And I'm not saying I know the details of that, whether the body was placed there. They're still working all those things out. But just the fact that it's just not safe for women. So if it's not safe for me as a woman, why would I ever consider bringing a whole child into this world? I never would. I knew because of my trauma since I was young that that wasn't something I necessarily wanted for myself. And then when I did experience, if most of you who know, when I did experience my pregnancy a few years ago now, I still wasn't as attached to it. It wasn't in under terms that were consensual to me. So the trauma, the generational trauma, and all of these things we carry on, it all makes sense, especially in my pelvic floor, in my womb, everywhere, in my chest. I can feel things very deeply, and I can understand things very deeply about myself. And every single day I read, every single day I propel myself forth, every single day I'm sharing with people. I also help other people heal through the things that I know, and acquiring this knowledge, but also applying it and bringing change to my life. That's really what my life is about. And I'm not taking responsibility for other people's lives. I can lend my hand, but I know that I have to float. And through me staying afloat, I can help other people do the same. So that's my message for today. I love you guys. Have a great, great day. Happy Tuesday, and God bless. Peace. Bye.